Okay, so say that the last update your variance sheet got was for Friday or Thursday, and now you want to add, Friday because you're working on a Saturday, or if you're working on a Sunday, you want to add Saturday to the variance report. So this video would be showing how to just add a day like Friday or Saturday to the variance report if you're working on a Saturday or Sunday. So preliminary, you'll want to make sure you pull your raw data for the new time frame. So say, you're coming in, you're working on this Saturday, and then your time frame would be Sunday through Friday that you would be pulling the hourly report for. Of course, just remember, since Graves always, even though our time frame is the 4th and 9th, we always want to pull the 3rd through the 9th, because we always pull the day before our time frame for graveyard hours. So say if you're working on a Sunday. If you're working on a Sunday, then your time frame would be for the 4th to the 10th. So you'd be pulling ADP data for the 4th to the 10th, but then of course to the 3rd to the 10th, since we do the day before. The second thing that would be prelim, of course, is just, if the week is, halfway through, you'll see empty for the upcoming dates, and then you'll see data pasted for the previous dates. So if you're updating for the 9th or the 10th, of course, you would just have to go ahead and paste the actual the hours and whatnot. So I'm going to show you what that'll look like. I'm just kind of pretending, say that the 6 isn't there, right? I mean, I know the 6 data is in raw data and scheduled and whatnot. So that's some preliminary work you'll have to do before you do what I'm about to show you next. But if you just want to update for, the day next, you're going to click duplicate. And of course, before you click duplicate, you're just going to want to make sure that the formulas on the sheet that you duplicated is, everything is a formula. So usually what I do is I click into these 4 cells. So just to make sure this one and this one are both formulas. And then I just drag down just to make sure everything's a formula, in case anyone were ever to write over a 6 on top of that 6.25, if I drag that formula down, it goes back to reading whatever is on the actual schedule. So step 1, before duplicating it, drag down. But then once you have duplicated it, everything should be dragged down. You're going to rename this to the date that you're doing. You're going to update this. This is usually the current day of data that you're looking for and the day after. So you just move it down a date. That would be the 7th. That will be the 6th. And then the last thing you need to do is here on the scheduled column, right here, it is looking at the schedule. So basically, this is a VLOOKUP formula. So just kind of a quick crash course in VLOOKUP formula is you're telling it to look up C2, which if you look at C2, it's looking at Christy. So, okay, look up Christy. Next thing is telling it where. Look up Christy on the scheduled page from columns B to I. So that's basically what we're telling it. Look up Christy on the scheduled page from B to I. And then this next one is saying, okay, from B to I, which column specifically are you going to be looking for data? And this right here, we're telling it column 3. And then this last is, it's always going to be a true or false. So false being give me the exact data or give me the rounded data. So what the heck does that mean? Go back to scheduled. You'll see this is column B, this is column I. B is where the first name starts, and then column 2, column 3, column 4. So it was reading off of column 3 for 10.5, but we want it to be reading off of column 4 for 10.6. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to move this 3 with a 4 and drag down. So in summary, you just move, whatever this number is, you up it by 1 and drag down. So if this was a 4 and you duplicate it for the next page, it would be a 5 and 5 and 6 and so forth and so on. And then once you do that, you can see these are the actual variances for 10.6 based on what's on the schedule and what's in ADP. So what I usually do is I just get a white and a gray, drag it all down. I also delete the dones right here. Just straight up delete it. So any notes, and then I copy and paste this next to any reds. That's how to add a date.